Thanks so much for watching Afternoon Live. If you're wondering if you should trust that inner voice, you know, the one that says, do this, don't do that. Well, our next guest says, yes. She swears it will guide you to healing and happiness. Here to explain why, we welcome the author of Thank God I'm Crazy. Grace Avalon is with us. Grace, I love the title of this book. I'm not alone.
That's what so many people say. It's sort of like we feel it, but we don't want to say it.
No, it's so true, because, I mean, it has such a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But no, I think everybody should embrace their inner crazy.
Yeah. Well, the experience that I had made me think that I was crazy. And
like, then, really crazy?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, when I was 22, I was in a very abusive marriage. And I was crying about 4 a.m. one morning on the couch. And I felt like I left my body, and I went into this beautiful kaleidoscopic light. And there were places in the light that I'd never seen before, just innocuous places. And so I started laughing and laughing. And my husband thought, since I was seeing visions, I was crazy, and he put me in a mental hospital.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really? After he's been abusive to you? You're the one who's crazy, and he put you in a hospital. And tell me about that.
Well, I came out after 9 days, and I looked around at the world, and I said, you know, it's the world that's crazy. It's a circus of greed and fear and war, and that what I had experienced in the kaleidoscopic light was such love and such beauty. And so I wanted to write this book for others and to call it Thank God I'm Crazy.
Yes, I love the title again. I just had to say.
And to share my prophetic experiences, which taught me that when we can see the insanity of our own lives, then it opens the door for us to see the love that we really are.
Wow. Okay, I guess then I'm glad you had that experience. Seems awkward to say, but you came out on the other side.
Well, there's a little more to the story. All those visions that I saw in the kaleidoscopic light actually manifested over several decades.
Really? So they were like, you could see the future a little bit, but not knowing it?
And not knowing it, because I don't consider myself, you know, that kind of person, but I just had these they kept appearing, and when they did, I started regarding them as symbols. For example, the first one appeared when I was in a very dark time in my marriage and had learned my husband was having an affair with my best friend. Yeah.
No.
So that, you know, it was a pretty depressing time. Then as I walked up, as I drove up my girlfriend's driveway, there was one of the visions I'd seen. Her driveway with the evergreen trees, exactly as I'd seen them, with the light coming through just the way I'd seen it. And, you know...
Did it stop you in your tracks?
It did. It did.
Oh, my goodness. So is that like what you consider this inner voice? Like
what I decided, yes. What I decided at that moment was that there's a power within me, but it's not of me.
Okay, I can get down with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's guiding me, if we listen.
So that's the difficult part, right?
Yes.
How do you separate some of the noise that we know, the chaos and confusion in our heads and our world? How do we separate that out from the inner voice, our intuition, the power within us? And listen to that and allow that to guide us?
Yes. Well, you know, that's the perfect question, because that is the daily challenge. And so I would say that, first of all, know that whenever a new situation comes up, particularly if you're in an abusive situation, that healing is going to come up. Whatever needs healing is going to come up. So I would say that first you get quiet and you breathe, and you just listen. And then you say, I am no longer willing to be a victim of circumstance.
Okay.
For example, if that's your situation. And then you say, okay, how am I going to handle it this time? The most important thing is the stop. The stop, and know that you're making a choice, because to not make a choice is a choice.
Isn't that the truth? Oh my goodness, Grace, I could sit here all day and talk with you. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing this. Thank God I'm Crazy. That's the book.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to have more information about Grace and her book for you on our website at KATU.com. Thank you again. Really, thank you.